Hey guys, what's going on? F1 my pawn here, and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath to Righteous. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had just managed to reach the near end of the DLC. So all we've got to do is deal with the boss of the area, I believe, and then we should be good to go on whatever else happens. But I digress. Without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens, because by the time we're done, hopefully we'll finish the second part of the Midnight Isle DLC, which will be fun. As you can see, I've been playing a little bit in my off time. I do have something planned for DLCs. There will come a time where I will delve into those. I'm not sure when, but it's coming. It's coming. Alright. So, first and foremost, let's go over my character, because I did do some changes. Nothing too crazy, just the important stuff. So, as you can see, I've changed from my alchemist levels, and I've actually taken levels in normal barbarian, believe it or not. Normally, this would not be the case, but given what barbarian can do for you, it's actually pretty important. At least if you're looking for a high AC value. Now, there's a few things. I did change a few feats around, but the biggest change is definitely going to be or combat expertise, I believe it's called. No, not combat expertise, combat reflexes. This basically means that my dex is how many attacks of opportunity I get in addition to attacks of opportunity. This is important because of what I took for Barbarian. So as you can see, I've got 2 levels of Barbarian. You get the typical rage stuff, Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge is going to help you against enemies that are invisible. So this is just really a good staple if you're looking to defend yourself against invisible enemies. So it will avoid the flat-footed issue. If I can get improved Uncanny Dodge on top of that, which I'm probably going to go for, it will prevent me from being flanked on top of that, so that's the good thing. There is Danger Sense, but that is kind of secondary, because we do want to get at least up to level 8 Barbarian, because of what you get. But the biggest thing of Barbarian that we're going to go for is Come and Get Me. This does mean enemies get a +4 to attack against us, but every attack against us, we dish out back to the enemy via an attack of opportunity. So as long as this is active, we will get multiple attacks against the enemy for every attack they do to us. And, given the fact that we have such a high to hits, that is going to get really absurd really quickly. Especially even if we're just running away, it's going to be ridiculous. So that's the reason why I took it. Stigmatized Witch, it's pretty bare bones, Ice Plant Hex. I couldn't find a good replacement for Witch. I guess technically I could have gone Kineticist or some other class, but I'd rather go Stigmatized Witch. I kind of like it more. But yeah, that was an option. Fighter, Mutation Warrior, pretty simple stuff. All settled and recorded for. And as a plus, whenever we rage as a barbarian, we do get a bonus to will saves. So that is part of the other reason I decided to grab it. If only for the barbarian rage. But yeah, Come and Get Me is going to be a very powerful tool that we have advantage of. Otherwise, nothing has specifically changed with our character or AC, anything like that. It might be a little lower, might be a little higher. Depends on what we do to, increase the odds in our favor, if you will. But yeah. With that, I guess I'm ready to keep going. This is the last bit of the voyage. Let's do it. Time for the final expedition, if you will. And it's sure to be a doozy. of a expedition, I will say. Alright, we're gonna immediately save. Yep. And this will be the final one before we are moving on to the next dangers. Actually, let's see. You know, before I do actually do this, I should probably actually load back here. Mainly because I should sell some stuff to decrease our carry capacity issue, if only to keep us moving fast. It's a personal thing, really. But yeah, no, we are a bit slow, so that's sort of why I want to quickly go sell some stuff first. And we can also get some scrolls on top of that, so there is no burden for me doing this. I also did a bit of changing on items here. I originally had the boots that give you a plus 10 to athletics and a 5 to mobility. I took that off strictly so I could get the root speaker boots, I believe. I'm not sure if you guys were there for it or not, but it basically gives you tremor sense. This is the big thing for it because it will allow us to see invisible enemies and allow us to attack them without having to worry about their AC boost that they get because of it. But yeah. Me doing that is just to help make fighting way easier. Because if the enemy's, in displacements, there's gotta be ways around it. And this is one of the ways, I believe. It won't stop the mirror images. That unfortunately is a bit harder to deal with, but it'll cover most issues. All right. Price in ascending order. I'll keep those torches. Okay. Sell those. Yeah, I can sell this. Okay, there we go. Alright, a corrosive light pick, an unholy spear, unholy longsword, orc double axe, corrosive cross, scythe, short sword, opposite longbows, bleed elven curved blade. We don't need the keen kukri or the sickles. Spear can go, throwing axe can go. And I guess the rest we keep. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yep, that'll be a keep. Alright. We'll keep the apprentice robes. Missile chain shirt can go. Yep. We want to keep that. I did not mean to click that. There we go. Keep that. Need this. Aramaki of Scholarship. +5 to Arcana and a +4 to Concentration. Nice if you got the boons for it. We don't need Chain Shirt Barding. So I'll sell that. I think the rest is fine to keep, but I could be wrong, so I'm just going to quickly go through it. Yeah, no, everything else is keep. Alright, Cloak Resistance. Rings. Amulets. We don't need the Belts of Incredible Dexterity. Vast Intelligence to +2s. Lesser Bracers of Archery. We've got normal Bracers of Archery, I believe, so we don't need those, but I'll keep them just in case. Alright. We'll keep, or sell the +2s. I guess the +3s can go as well. +4s can go. Because we can easily get better ones. We're at the point where +6s are commonplace. And we don't need the +2 Amulets of Mighty Fists. +4 Cloaks of Protection, or Cloaks of Resistance. We'll sell them. Well, no, we'll keep them, actually. The +3 Rings of Protection can go, though. As can the Amulets. Okay. Alright, I've also got the Gloves of Dueling. I won't need these just yet, but eventually I may swap to these, opposed to the Pelton would be, because our damage is starting to reach a point where we're better off just ignoring the chance to bleed and just getting the attacks off, in general. At least that is the consideration I'm going with. I'll keep the +4s and the +5s, I suppose. Alright. We'll bulk sell as well, just so we have that sorted. Keep everything else here. Anything else that we want to get rid of? Not really. Alright. Deal. We've got 800k worth of gold now. Alright, price in descending order. Let's see. We can get an Amulet of Mighty Fists as opposed to an Amulet of Natural Armor 6. But I don't think that's the right choice. Yeah, you get an enchantment bonus to armor class, but that's about it. If I had a casting class that would give me... that would also give me the Druid spell, then I'd consider it, but at worst I'd have to use, yeah, at worst I'd have to use Shield of Faith here. Well, even then, Shield of Faith wouldn't do anything for me. I'd need a higher cast level if I want to use that. Okay. I'm not sure. There are ways to go about bypassing this. I don't know. It's a whole kerfuffle that I don't really want to touch. I'm better off just keeping the Amulet of Natural Armor and just rocking that. Alternatively, I could just sack the Icy Protector and rely on the +4 bonus of shield bonus from the Ring of Protection +6, which is an option. It would mean that I suffer -2 AC and there's conflicting bonuses, but it would give me more AC if I were to get the Ring of Protection +6 on there. Which would, you know, turn around into another issue of trying to find another armor value for natural armor. Which is with issues, basically. Yeah. Nothing that can really be done besides just looking at your choices and going from there, but we're not concerned about that. We've got our supplies. Now we just go into potions and scrolls to see what we can secure. Price in ascending order. Alright. Okay, we want 16. For reference, if you want to do this, you just hold shift and click on the types of scrolls you want. This saves you a whole lot of trouble, put simply. Scrolls of Mage Armor are going to be useless for us because we do cast it now on our personage. So having that on standby is always good because we are getting 9 AC from our Mage Armor, which is always nice. Let's see. Chaos, evil, law. But no good. Move 6. And 5. 9, there we go. Scrolls of Reduced Person. These are small boons that don't really affect us too much, but you do get the dex bonus. So it isn't a bad choice to get the Scrolls of Reduced Person. So I'm just gonna buy 20 of these. If only because they're cheap and there's no reason to not get them. Scrolls of True Strike. These are worth considering if you're dealing with certain enemies. But for us, who has a high to hit bonus, not so much. That said, if we do run into some sort of enemy like that, it will not hurt to have these on standby. Not that we can cast them in dragon form, but it's good to have. Let's see. I'll get some Bless, just to have it. Cure Light Wounds, we don't really need it because we just passively heal. Magic Weapon, primary and secondary, is useless to us. You've already got Reduced Person in scroll form. Shield of Faith. Honestly, we don't really need it because we do have a ring that's higher bonus. Alright, let's see. I don't think any of these scrolls really help us that much, so no point in trying to use them. We could restock on Blur, though. I'm gonna get 17 more. This will help flush out our Blur amount quite a lot. Delay Poison. We'll just restock up by 3. False Life is just a staple choice. But we're actually going to get greater False Life, so assuming we can get that, we should be fine. Alright, Mirror Image. I have 17 of those on ready. We've got some Scrolls of Invisibility, which we don't entirely need, but they're there. Protection from arrows. We'll get 8. Don't need the communals. Alright. Three, 2, 3. Alright, Lesser Restoration. We should definitely get some. Specifically, we're going to get 21. This will bring us up to 40. See invisibility. We'll grab 20. There we go. We don't need Sense Vitals. That is kind of useless to us. It's just a D6, if anything, for 3 rounds. And that's against certain enemies, right? So, Potion of Barkskin. This would technically work if we remove our amulets, but not perfect. It's not a perfect solution. Potion of Blur, we don't really need, because we've got Blur. Remove Paralysis. This is kind of useless to us because we are immune to paralysis, actually. So there's no need for this. Restoration Lesser, not really needed. Because we can't really use potions in dragon form anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Dispel Magic. As you can see, I've already got 30 scrolls, but I'm going to get 10 more. Believe it or not, Dispel Magic is a very... It's very useful depending on how you use it. It's just a question of whether you use it correctly or not, right? We're going to get 37 of these. Scrolls of Haste. That'll be good enough. Alright, protections. Alright, protection from acid. We'll get 2. We don't really need the communal protection from arrows, but it does give us 10% damage reduction of 50 points of damage reduction, but I digress. We don't really need it that well. Alright, but yeah, protection from acid 2. 2. Okay, there we go. Ray of Exhaustion. Tempting, but not required. Curses are always going to be an issue. Diseases equally as such. But they won't help us right in this instance. Or at least they won't affect it, or won't help immensely. Okay. Summons are fairly useless unless you're dealing with Animate Dead, but considering we can't really cast spells while we're in dragon form, kind of pointless. Especially considering we can just auto-attack to victory, so... kind of a useless prospect there. Here we go, False Life Greater. We're gonna get 35 of these. Having a lot of them never hurts. Okay, Scrolls of Restoration. We should definitely get 20 of those. Just to play it safe. And we'll get 13 of these. Here we go. Okay, Displacement. Displacement's a 3rd level spell. Technically we have 54 scrolls of it, so we don't need to worry about that, so we're just going to ignore Displacement entirely. Good Hope. We've got a casting that already, and even then it doesn't really help us that much. At most it'd probably help ability checks, skill checks, and saving throws, I would say. So Good Hope's a good in a certain instance, but beyond that, it's kind of useless. I did consider Heroism, but it's not that needed. Alright, this is a +1 per 4 cast level, so I'm only getting a +1 to attack rolls with Greater Magic Fang. That said, having 10 wouldn't hurt in a very particular pinch, so we should have it as, you know, a backup, if you will. Magical Vestment Armor is pretty decent as well. It's just a small boost. that could help us. It's basically all circumstantial, really. That's all it comes down to. Break enchantments is tempting, but it does free me from all spells and effects of 5th level. Yeah, it basically covers all spells 5th level or lower, which in of its own right is nice, but for what it is, it's not that great. If you could target specific things, it'd be nicer, but you can only do so much. Blind Sight, though. I have been sleeping on this scroll for quite a bit. That is a mistake on my part. It is a very useful scroll, so we do want more of these. I'm going to get 30 just to be safe. There we go. It's going to be a costly investment, but it needs to be done. Polymorphs and all that. Don't need it. Don't need the stone skin communal because we got, normal stone skin. Vampiric Shadow Shield is nice if we want the, attacks against us to happen. But beyond that, we don't really need anything. We will deal it up. We are going to go into our items here real quick. We want to go in ascending order here. Let's see. I'm just going to casually copy these recipes because I can. Alright, yeah, I guess this actually classifies as potion and scrolls. Let's go there. Okay, we want Mind Cleansing Tea. Oh, we don't need that. Let's go with Complete Lactern Taco. Spicy Pastry. Fish on a Stick. Midnight Soup. Sour Guts Broth. Alright, so we got the recipes. That's good. We can't really cast anything, so we kind of don't really need any of these. So that is just useless to us. I could grab some materials, but there's no need. But what I can do is get some of these just to set us up, I suppose. But we don't make potions, nor do we make scrolls, so there's no point. All right. Okay. Just copy all the recipes. There we go. Solid as can be. We are built to perfection. Let's see, do you got anything regular worth grabbing? I guess the Lockpicker's kit could work. But we already got one of those, so no point in that. And we got Quivers of Cold Iron ammunition, which we don't need. Alright, we should be fully ready to go. I just had to gear up just because, might as well play it safe, because this is a boss that we're going to be fighting, so better to play it safe than risk, ruining everything. So we're going to save here. This is just a precaution save, because I have a worry that things might go awry, but yeah. Off we go. One person. We will need to buff up before we do anything, so that will happen first. And then we will engage and see how things pan out. Alright. Alright. Polymorph out. Alright. let's beef up. Price in ascending order. Aspect of the Falcon. At the very least, the perception bonus isn't bad. Okay. Expeditious Retreat for a minute is nice, but not necessary. Although, we may as well use it alongside this. Alongside this. Well, actually, no. Let's load it. Yeah, we're actually gonna wait a certain threshold before we start buffing. Because there will be a certain point in time where we will need to buff up. So once I figure that out, we will do it. Alright. We'll just save on 52 and then get moving, I guess. Okay, save on 52. Alright, let's do it. Prep as much as we feasibly can. Don't really care if Ivu or Bismuth perish during this. Just that we get it done. And I guess we can see how we fare without buffs, to be fair. That'd be nice. Oh, hello. Oh, great. Alright, it's time. Okay. I forgot I was gonna do charge here. Hold on. Let me move some things here. Okay. Charge. Coup de grace. We want the intimidate here, and... do we need combat expertise in this instance? I don't know. Oh, bugger, I forgot the mutagen of dexterity. My bad. Whoopsie. I'll still keep stunning critical on, so there's that. Fairly certain I have that ability. Here it is. Dazzling display. I obviously don't need it right now, but never hurts. Alright, these guys are gonna start coming over. I think the biggest worry is that if they can deal negative levels, but I think we should be fine. There we go. Hey, knockdown. Ow. Oh, no, that's my fire. Okay, that would explain a lot. I guess we target you. Ah, zombie meat bombs. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move back here. If only to do a Wave of Flame. Ow. Oh. Ooh. Alright, I should probably use Silver Dragon Aspect here. There we go. Just so I can get the cold damage going, if only. There we go. Okay. Alright, well, there you go. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, well, either which way, I guess, whatever. There we go. Okay, well, fire. Ooch. There you go. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. What's this? Okay, I guess cure moderate. Back up a bit. Oh, I see. So as long as this... Okay, so I gotta target the guy that has the glow on him. How much HP? Okay. I think I can do something about that. There we go. Just let Bismuth handle the rest. Okay, well, there you go. We'll just heal Bismuth because we can. There we go. Alright. There we go. Ah, hello. We've got the Hindrian creatures now. Okay. Okay, so we want to target you then. Ah, giants, lovely. What do I have on me? Nothing too crazy, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna move Aivu here. I don't really mind if Bismuth goes down, so we ball. Okay, over to the next Shadowcaster. Okay, I guess we move over to this one. There we go. Even if we don't get the attack in, we do it this way. And there we go. As expected. This is gonna get nasty real quick. Okay. Can't target them. So kind of pointless. I will activate a bit of fun just so I have a bit more defense. Otherwise, we keep going. Nice try. Alright. We ideally rush up to this boy here. Prevent him from casting in melee at least. There we go. Nice. Oh, you've cast Sirocco, so this is just going to make my life easier, given my reflexes. Okay, we'll 5-foot step just so we can avoid certain attacks. And there we go. This guy has the effect of the Death Priest, so we want to focus the Reaver here. Okay, back up a bit. There we go. Yeah, they're only hurting themselves with that spell, so that's fun. Okay, we're gonna back up a bit further. The shout spell is really coming in clutch. We're getting a lot of attacks of opportunity, so that's clutch as well. But otherwise, we're doing quite well, even without the boost to AC. In fact, let's just activate it, because we can. Okay, we're going to back up a bit here. Now we just focus on the Hindry and Deadeye here. Yeah, we just rush over here. That should be good. Alright. Can't really stun these guys, which is a slight unfortunate situation, but we'll live with it. Alright, that just leaves the guy down there, so that shouldn't be too hard to deal with. He casts Cacophonous Call, but to no avail. Let's see. Let's move over here. Now, I can, of course, attack him once, but I could also use a breath weapon. We're gonna go for the normal attack. I don't trust the breath weapon effect. Yeah, no, he's just making it worse for himself by knocking himself prone like that. There we go. Alright, that leaves the siege golems. Oh. I see. They're trying to do forceful pulls against me. But, thankfully, I'm good, because I just knock them with an attack of opportunity. Alright, let's see. They've got a 56 to hits, which can technically be brought up to a 76. So I think it's high time we start using combat expertise. This will just increase our AC by 6, so it's a safe option. Okay, I'm going to need to coup de grace these lighters. Why hasn't this guy died yet? That's a good question. There we go. Okay. Well, they're going to be chasing me anyways, so it's no big deal. I'm going to get an attack of opportunity anyways, so it's all good. There he goes. Hey. There he goes. That's another hit. Another hit. Yeah, so these guys provoke attacks of opportunity just from using their abilities, so we gain the benefits of just fighting them normally, so that's good. Hey. Alright. Now it's time for the Archpriest. Here he comes. Oh lord, he coming. So this guy has a number of things. Oddly enough, not the worst thing I've seen. Of course, he has an absurdly high AC, though, so... Gotta be careful of that. What sort of effects or spells does he have? That's my question. He has some level of casting, it seems. Yeah, he's got a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of immunities, damn. But he's not immune to fire, so we can throw down a breath weapon against him. Of course, he does have evasion, so it's not going to be, obviously, the perfect option here. Alright. Can he be intimidated? I don't think he can. That's the thing. Shaken. Yeah, he's immune to Shaken. So no point in using fear effects against him. Bit of fun could be nice, but... We'll just prioritize keeping our AC up to 76, I guess? Yeah, keeping our rage up won't hurt. Okay. At the very least, we gotta make sure that if he's gonna hit us, we want him to, provoke. Actually, you know, now I think about it, multiple attacks would actually allow us multiple hits. Oh, okay. Do it yourself. We will just attack you more. Okay, heal yourself more. Ooh. Missed all those. I mean, if you're gonna do that, we are gonna turn off combat expertise then. Hey. Done. Turn off rage. Nice. Kind of surprised we didn't get any loot from the guy, huh? Well, whatever. It's no big deal. Oh, I see. You get it from the chest. That would explain a lot. But yeah, we'll quickly just go through these. And we go through his loot here. And we grab the Nahindri Unholy Symbol. You can make any humanoid creature fight on your side as if it were your ally. It will attack your opponents to the best of its ability. However, this creature will try to throw off the domination, making a will save each round. However, you can use it as many times as you want. Its difficulty class is 30, cast level 20. So as long as the enemy has a poor will save, this is a decent item to utilize. It's basically an indirect way of getting an ally, so I'm not complaining. Not that we really need the Hindri's Crystal in general, so... yeah. Oh, hello. You are the one to blame for my... Oh, okay.
You are the one to blame for my suffering.
Okay.
You are the one making me remember. You are the reason why I can feel pain again.
Oh my.
Get back, you worthless worm! I am the demon Lord Nahindri, his might and his future, and you are his past, a useless disappointment that can only serve one purpose.
The helmsman straightens his back, his posture becomes regal, and his voice imperious. And what purpose is that?
Ah, there you are, treasure. Come closer. Don't be shy. We're almost done here, see? You've done a fine job. By reuniting our friend with another one of his key memories, you've helped us take another step towards the greatest treasure of all. Just one last step, one last memory, and we'll know where our coveted item is. Then we'll both get what we deserve. You'll get your gold, and I'll get...
Look out!
I won't let it happen! I will stop you, tear you apart, destroy you, and grind your bones into dust! False Nahindri! I'll kill you too, Tormentor!
The Hindri's rage collides with your power and recoils, for it pales in comparison.
Our little rascal is acting up today. That's all right, that's all right. Come here, treasure. We need to have a chat.
Alright. What is that pitiful creature good for? Giving someone a scare, not much else. It's hard to believe that someone like him could have been a part of the great Nahindri. He doesn't want to remember Nahindri's life, and we are forcing him to. Pathetic. He would rather forget a long and glorious life filled with joys and triumphs, just because it had a few unfortunate setbacks. Pay him no mind. Whether he wants it or not, he will continue to lead us along the gliding chain towards our fortune. What is that horrific shadow that's bound in Chip's chain? What does it want? He doesn't want to remember Nahindri's life. Okay, basically repeats. The shade within the chain says that he's a real Nahindri, and you're an imposter. He's all that remains of the Nahindri's soul. The wretched, powerless part of him, which can only serve us by showing the path to the treasure. Speak not to him, it won't do you any good. I am the real Nahindri. I see. Alright, and how about the chain? My tormentor, you're here again? What do you want from me? Speak or leave me in peace. Why do you keep calling me your tormentor? What else am I supposed to call you? The one who awakens the forgotten memories within me? Memories that ought to be resting in Ishidar's depths? You attacked me, but you were too weak to harm me. You come to scoff at my weakness? You have the right, but know this. The hour will come when I have strength enough. Who are you, really? I am Nahindri. The true Nahindri. His essence, his thoughts, his soul. The ghost of the chain fell silent as if thinking it over. At least, I am what was left of him after his death. Of course, the master of this ship claims otherwise. He thinks himself the new true Nahindri. But he is merely his bones, his remains. They may possess a certain power, but that power is blind and pointless. He craves, but he cannot fathom what, why. The imposter knows this, And so he's using me to obtain which he lacks. A chance. A goal. A future. How exactly is the Hellman using you? He wakes up the memories that sleep within me. They show him the next step of the way. I am his treasure map. I am his astrolabe. I am the guiding star that will lead him to Nahindri's most prized treasure. And the treasure you're looking for? I do not know yet. All I know is that my essence is drawn to it. It's the anchor tied to the end of my chain. I yearn to claim it, and yet I fear it at the same time. And about your memories. Leave me be, Tormentor. My suffering not enough for you. Why do your memories pain you? I do not know. And tell me about the memory that gave you strength. What gave me strength? It around me like the jaws of a watchdog, and I ran, howling in pain, wishing to be rid of it, calling it for oblivion to save me. It did not give me strength. It made me gather the last remnants of what strength I had so I could oppose the one forcing me to remember. The chain grows hot. Fiery streaks are running along its length. You touch it, the injury's memory becomes almost tangible. His pain overtakes you. The clanging of weapons, the roaring of flames, the smell of fresh blood, the muddled babbling of the mortal at my feet. What happened here? What happened is that my witless servants are reaping what they have sown. They paid a visit to the Temple of Abadar, and now the Abadarians have come to return the favor. They bought siege guards, rips the gates off their hinges with ease. Now they're butchering my cultists like cattle. And then the fool whom I am short-sightedly named my Archpriest used this undeserved privilege to summon me, like an Arab boy, in hopes that I would save their useless lives. He's kissing my feet, looking up at me in adoration, not seeing my towering figure. Oh, hold on. Upon seeing my towering figure, the cultists raise their weapons and shout my name. The Abadarans back away in terror. "We are forever yours, my lord," my Archpriest whispers. "Grant us your aid, and we will praise your name all across Galarian." The indignation I feel is nearly enough to make me crush him under my foot, here and now. How dare a possession negotiate with its owner? I look into the eyes of my cultists. I hesitate. Something burns within them. Something unfamiliar. Something greater than fear or dull obedience. For a moment, I feel like they are promising me something I've never possessed before. A new treasure that cannot be taken by force or deceit. Received as a gift. That is when I make my decision. Now, given the circumstances of this situation, I don't think there's really any particular big story implications, but I'm just going to choose what I like here. In this situation, I would wager that foolishness is, I guess, fall back. Fall back. This battle is lost. So be it. I will save you this time, but you would do well to choose your battles more wisely henceforth. I need my servants alive. I even need to save them, of course. I ought to safeguard my possessions. Mortals bring me nothing but losses and trouble. Say I save them now. Having witnessed my generosity, they will be twice as eager to beg for handouts tomorrow. Would I want that? You can't keep praise and adoring gazes in the chest. These parasites have enjoyed my magnanimity long enough. Forward, my children, granting you the power to crush all who stand in our way. I feel the temptation to help my cultists, grant them power, enter the fray on their side, and paint the walls with the blood of those who dare to invade my sanctum. After all, who is Abaddon? An old senile accountant always droning on about grain, bricks, and coin exchange, rates? My temples and statues stand in place of his every city. Let my name instead be his whispered by mortals in their prayers. Absolute idiocy. There's no currency in the multiverse that is worth less than the adoration of mortals. Today, those gnats praise you. Tomorrow they curse you. And the day after, lo and behold, they have all perished. Your temples stand empty. The looter's delight. Ambition is a fool's pastime. The wise know their own worth without another praise. I will give them nothing. Do not spend millennia amassing my powers just to squander them on mortal insects. I am sick of the indecities of mortals. You can all die in here. I care not. Now on I will not be answering your prayers. The servants of Abaddon charge furiously into battle. Before the sun sets, my cult will cease to exist. Good riddance. I've wasted so much time and effort on it. All I've gained in return is aggravation. I am returning to my domain, but alone. My claws, a mortal insect trembles. The one who dared to call himself my archpriest. As if I would allow him to summon me again. Want to be my possession, I will grant him his wish. On my own terms. I toss him into a cage of bloom and shadow, into a frozen memory of the disaster that he brought upon the cult. There he will linger forevermore, life and death, losing his sanity. A fitting punishment for the parasite who had exceeded the limits of my generosity. His final miserable look gives me pause. Those are nothing but hassle. Then why do I feel like I've just lost a gem that can never be reclaimed? But I have made a mistake. Nonsense. Of course I was right. Alright, I can see your memories. Why is that? I can sense the power within you. It means you can sense its ripples within me. It binds us together like a chain. Tell me about the memory that awakened you. No, I don't want to remember. I can't. I won't. I don't want to live that pain again. The ship shudders beneath your feet. No. No. The chain grows hot once more. Fiery streaks are running along its length. Touch it, the injury's memory becomes almost tangible. The pain overtakes you. My little thief. The fly protean who goes by the foolish name of Star Rattle is not even trying to break free from my grasp. Has he given up? I triumphed. I have. You will steal from me no longer. Not one of my jewels will grant you even a spark of rapture. I growl as my triumph devours me from the inside. But my thief merely shakes his crystal rattle and hisses without a care. What good are your baubles to me? I was never after them. I don't need the treasures themselves. But your anger and wounded pride, those were delightful. Gloating is in my nature, and I find joy in besting such a mighty opponent. And you found joy in our rival. You reveled in this hunt, did you not? You caught your prey this time. Oh. My bad. Thief was talking. Now release me so we can continue our game. My thief meets my gaze with shameless naivete, as if utterly unafraid of me. I care not for games. But you truly are good at what you do. Serve me and I will spare your life. What am I thinking? Even if he were to swear loyalty to me now, The word of a born liar would be worth less than a jingle jangle of his rattle. He'd be a poor servant. He'd simply take advantage of my generosity to steal from me again. And then, why is it that I yearn to give him a chance? Foolishness. This thought is unworthy of my cunning. Away with it. I did enjoy our game. Let us continue playing. What madness is this? What enjoyment was there in being robbed up by that obnoxious snake? That brought me no thrill, only resentment. Each. My devious little thief slithered his way into my mind, manipulating my thoughts. If he strive to steal my victory, he won't have it. You will be my trophy. Day after day, you, spawn of chaos, will linger in your suffocating cage. Your heart will rot, your mind will slip, and you will spend the rest of your days as a chained, bloodthirsty beast. My accursed little thief laughs, mockingly, acidly, insufferably. You just robbed yourself. Robbed yourself of glorious entertainment. What a fool. Even the threat of imprisonment and degeneration into a primitive beast with no desire other than killing and torture stop this snake from ridiculing. Abruptly, I twist his feeble arm and rip the crystal rattle out of his grasp, throwing it onto the floor. His jingling is so pathetic, so fragile. I drag his cackling, convulsing body to the cage to calm my restless heart. Now he is mine. Now he belongs to me. My prize, my trophy, my claimed thief. Why then do I taste the bitterness of another loss? Would he have been right? No, of course not. Of course not. Alright, well, that is that. That is, basically, part 2 of the Midnight Isle DLC, so that's good. Treaty chest. We'll talk with you. Show me what you got. Price in ascending order. I don't think he really has anything worth grabbing, so no point in really sticking around to keep anything that he's got. Yeah, there's nothing really worth grabbing here. If there were, I would have grabbed it, but alas. I would continue the voyage, but I do believe that... Yep. We have to come back later. I don't think there's anything more to go for, so yeah, there you go. Alright. So that is the games for today with the Midnight Isle DLC, so that will be a good resolution there. And now we can finally go back to what we were planning on doing, which is deal with the majority of quests that have been piling up as of late. So that's fun. One moment. Alright, let's keep going. We've gathered everything that we need, so now all we do need to do is just keep going at this point. We will go back to the lower city, and I guess let's see what quests we need to do. Probably for the best. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly... Hold on, we need to go to our... Yeah, we need to go to our journal here. And let's see. Can't really do the Secrets of Creation, so ignore that. Can't do that. Arrange a meeting with Noctulia for Ember. Go to the abandoned mansion. Let's hit the abyss. Let's turn off... Let's not show completed quest here. Let's see. We need to go to Halor then. Talk with, Yeah, we need to give the Spinner of Nightmares diary to Halor. Not sure when we'll be able to give him that. I think we have to give him that in the third act. So that'll be fun. Solve the riddle in Nameless Ruin. We don't have to worry about that for now. Minion's Awakening. This is going to be an act, the final act, I believe. We can wait on the Wicked. We can go to the abandoned mansion with Woljif. Let's see. Prisoner of the Abyss. I guess we can tell Arushale about the situation, and then we need to visit Wildis' manor with Greybore, among other things, so... Yeah, we got quite a few things to do, so we're gonna just enter the Nexus through here. We'll talk with Arushale. We'll go from there, I guess. Alright, we're gonna save here. Go from there. Alright, Arushale. You wanted to talk about what happened at Malshio's manor. Yes, I thought a lot about what he said, and then I understood. Wait, I think it'd be easier to show you instead of trying to explain everything. Will you follow me into my dream again? Please. Sure, why not? Thank you. In we go. Arushale's dream is filled with smoke. Ghostly fire is devouring the dream of others she has collected. Tears are flowing freely from her eyes, leaving faint trails on her soot-stained cheek. Arushale, what's wrong? My dreams. It's all a mistake. You remember what we saw in Demalcio's mansion? What he said about the dreams coming true? Food, riches, the demise of his enemies. Desna asked me what I dreamed. I tried to find an answer. I truly did, but look. Are my dreams any different from the desires of demons? It's changed. What is the name of that bird that grabs everything shiny and carries it off to its nest? A goldfinch, right? I'm just like a thieving goldfinch that spies on people's dreams and hoards them away. But doing that hasn't changed me at all. I'm still the same greedy, cruel demon I've always been. Other demons don't dream. It's true, but this is my dream. It's full of good things that demons desire in reality. That is also not true. Not like other demons. You do good. I force myself to do good every day. I help mortals, I protect them from other demons, but can my actions change my inner nature at all? If I'm still a demon inside, then what does it matter? What if, without even knowing it, I'm simply ingratiating myself with you so I can seduce, betray, and murder you? I want that. Or I don't want to want... I'm assuming what she meant is I don't want to do that, but I digress. But my black heart does. I could answer with the evil option, but as you probably know, I'm going good aligned this time, so what are you going to do now? Now, Ursula looks at her burning dream with sadness. I have to start anew. I still have my own dream. I'll cleanse it of other desires and try to find my own. Ursula cradles a tiny flame in her palm and watches it dance on her fingers. I was so happy to receive my own dreams, and it's so difficult to get rid of them. Will you help me destroy all of this? I fear I won't manage on my own. Consider it done. Okay. It must go. A ravenous greater shadow, huh? Ursula's dream has been swallowed by the flames. Ribbons of smoke drift away, carried by an intangible wind. A black shadow lurks in the darkness, staring at you. This is Ursula's ineradicable nightmare. The succubus touches the table. The fire not only failed to destroy it, it's somehow made the table even more real. Ursula studies it with a mix of sorrow and confusion. What's wrong with this stupid table? Why didn't it burn? Well, think about it. Why this table? Why is it important? I don't know. I don't. Ursula knocks on the wooden surface. It's just a table. Maria's fresh bread used to be here, but now it's gone, and the table remains. Your nightmare didn't burn either. No, it didn't. Ursula looks at the black shadow, which stares dolefully back at her. That thing won't leave this place. Ever. And what if this is a real dream? Your own dream, and not something you've overheard. This table. The confused succubus traces the wooden surface with her finger. Is this what I dream of? Furniture? Well, what now? Is this truly the end of your dream? I don't know. Probably won't do anything yet. Nothing has burned down apart from my nightmare and this table. You know, I might just... She cuts herself short and turns away. No, that won't do, or... I'm sorry, I need some time. I need some time alone to think about it and sort it out in my head. Can we discuss this in a few days? For now, let's just go back to the real world. Well then. Alright. We'll just let Ursula think, I suppose. Go from there. God, everybody has so much levels to go through. Not that I'm gonna level them up to begin with. I'm just gonna let them fester. Okay, let's see. So we'll let her think. Let's head over to... Let's head over to the abandoned mansion next. So for that, we're going to need to head out with our good old chaotic thief. Alright, come on by. Let's go. And we need to go specifically to the 10,000 delights, I believe, in order to go up. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's... have anything for sale. There is a few things here, but I don't think it's really important here. Let's see. A morale bonus to persuasion checks is pretty powerful for us. This is tempting, but not necessarily worth it. Deathly Arousal is a good last resort item, but we're better off just keeping the AC. Lizard's Tail. This is actually really amazing for us specifically, because we do get a morale bonus to... Our morale bonuses are actually doubled. So if we wear the Lizard's Tail specifically, while we may not get the bonus to Dexterity and Constitution, we will still get the... Yeah, we lose out on some Dexterity and Constitution, but our AC doubles. So this is actually 6 AC and Reflex. This is actually really good for us. Repelling Bracers give us a bonus against touch attacks. But we suffer a -4 on our own touch attacks. We don't really do touch attacks to begin with, so this is just a +4 touch AC. So it's slightly better than the luck bonus, which is equally optional, so we'll grab that. I'm thinking logically now. Immunities are always nice, so we'll just grab that. Price in descending order. This is good if we want a high perception check, but honestly, our perception's really ridiculous to begin with, so we don't need more of that. Calm Man Ring. Decent, but not necessary. Let's see. I guess that's it. Don't really need more than that. Deal. So, if I am correct, I currently have a 68 AC. Let me polymorph out. Now, with this does mean that I will lose 3 AC. But this will bring me down to 57. However... So... Yeah, so this is basically like having a... It's like having a dex bonus, but I don't actually get the bonus to attack it as well. However, for the first round of every combat, I will get... Oh, as long as I'm under a polymorph effect, right. That's specific to it. Now, assuming this does work, we'll have a +6 bonus. I'm assuming it will work, though. So we polymorph. We have significantly less HP. However... It doesn't work? If the wearer of this belt is an animal companion or currently under a polymorph effect. Is this not a polymorph effect? Hmm. It is a polymorph effect. What's going on then? Huh, hold on. Okay, that's really odd. Let's see. Hmm. Shape-shifted druid specifically. Hmm. Okay. So it's a very niche effect. So it doesn't um unfortunately it does not work in our case. So that is a bit of a bummer. However, that is perfectly fine because that just means that we can wear the belt for now. And even then, even if we can't get it to work right now, that doesn't mean it won't work later. Because if we go dragon form, well, when we do reach that certain threshold point, then we will be able to benefit from it. So AC was at 65. With this, it's at 68. Okay. So at the moment, it doesn't work. But in the future, maybe we'll be able to utilize that. I think I bought something else, actually, as well, didn't I? Type in descending order. I forgot what it was. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it was a cloak of some kind. No, it probably wasn't. It was something. What was it? Oh, right. I bought the bought this, which is gives us immunity to blindness and gaze attacks. So if we ever deal with an enemy that has the blindness effects, well, there you go, right? I am probably gonna start removing the icy protector to see if I can't. All right, so currently I have 60 AC, right? Take this off. This is a -2 to AC. And if I replace it with the +6, I will get up to 62 AC, I think. Yep. And because of its deflection bonus specifically, it's going to help our touch attack at least. So while it's not as effective as flat-footed, it's definitely going to help more than the other. The Ring of Triumph would advance. We keep it solely for the morale bonus boost, which is double our bonuses, which is great. And let's see. Greater heroism won't help us here. We could get a double our morale bonus to initiative, which is nice, but we don't need that. If we were to combine this ring with the Helmet of Camaraderie, we would get double the morale bonus to AC, which is a nice addition to think about. And Morale bonus against confusion and fear effects, which is eh. But Lizard Tail is definitely going to be our next bet when we do get Dragon transformation proper. But for now, this AC is slightly better, and technically we could get rid of Ice Plant and Lizard Tail, but it is 3 natural armor that we'd be giving up on if we were to do that, so no, we'd prefer not to get rid of it if we can help it. Let's see. What else do we have that gives morale bonuses? A few things. Heroism, Inspiring Recovery. Just a few things here and there, nothing too crazy. Alright, well, anyways. What is our immunities currently? Let me check. None. Okay, that's to be expected. I just had to do this just to clear up everything and, you know, make sure it's clear and ready to go. Okay. Let's try not to interrupt too many individuals. We don't exactly want to gain experience when fighting enemies here, so milk what fights we want. Okay. As for where we go next, I believe we need to go over... Oh, where do we need to go again? I think it's somewhere down here, but I could be wrong. Okay, Rapture of Rupture is the portal up here. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we'll leave that perception there. If I recall correctly, there was a fight over here, which has been cleared at this point. Ah, over here, I think it is. Just have to go in here specifically. The abandoned mansion.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Slip by. And I do believe if I go into options, specifically into... Where is it? I believe it's in difficulty specifically. Only skill user receives the experience. Good. Okay, we will save here. And let's go disable this trap, because we get the experience for it specifically. Alright. Into the abandoned manor, we collect all and move in. Alright. Okay. Nice itty bits of treasure. As long as you have the perception, you'll see every little itty bitty bit. Alright. Okay, we save here. And we keep going. Hello. Woljif is waiting for you in the main hall of the mansion. The spikes on his powerful shoulders and back bulge out violently. Knew the spawn of Yifigis would come to gaze at his inheritance. Pathetic, stupid nobody. Do you think you'll be lucky a second time? Run, little tiefling, run away and don't stop. And maybe you'll survive a little longer. I'll still find you. No matter where you run, I'll suck your eyes out of their sockets like grapes from their skins. You think I was just lucky, little lizard? I have the chief with me then, and now I don't even need the chief to kick your butt. I came for my inheritance, for my power, and when I get it, see who's laughing then. Woljif looks back at you and whispers, I think I went a bit far there. Do you reckon he'll kill me quickly after that? And the thing I said just about not needing you, I was just saying it. I didn't mean it, so don't give me ideas. Why are you so eager to destroy Woljif? He hasn't done anything to you. He and Yifiglis are all guilty before my mistress by virtue of their very birth. Lady Hepsimira, strongest child of Baphomet, hunts down her unworthy brothers and sisters, because she alone should stand before the throne of her father, the Lord of Labyrinths. I will tell you how Yifiglis was killed, you pile of refuse, and this story will be the last thing that you hear. No one can escape from Mistress Hepsimir. Ugh. 1 second. No one can escape from Mistress Hepsimira. If he has tried, at first he settled down here in Lushnir. He thought that in the lands of Nocticula no one would get him. I found him for my mistress. When he sensed me, he locked himself in his treasure room like a cowardly rat. Not wanting to accept his inevitable end. I carved through his henchmen and reached his hiding place. The bones of those who did not have time to flee crunched beneath my feet. I tore down the doors of the treasure, pretending to myself that I was ripping apart the pathetic coward. Inside, I only found a corpse. Oh, my lady was so pleased, but I knew something was wrong. The corpse lay in front of me, but I felt sure that Yifiglis had escaped. I tortured his servants until they revealed the secret of the Moon of the Abyss. I made them search every corner, but the moon was gone. How many years I searched for it. And then I found not only it, but this tiefling as well. Lady Hepzibah will ward me when I bring her the horned skull of a defective spawn that dishonors the blood of Baphomet. And she will reward me twice over when I reveal the escape of that scum Yifwis. Is Woljif a descendant of Baphomet himself, then? Yeah, you're telling me I'm related to old Baphomet? How'd that happen? Lord Baphomet conceived many demons, many children unworthy of their father. One of them was Yifwis, who made his way to Galarian. His blood, and hence the blood of Baphomet, flows in you, Tief. Lady Hepzibah will destroy all who defile the purity of... And what is the moon of the abyss? Ask a tiefling if Yifwis left the moon for him. Should know the answer. Nobody's explained nothing to me. I don't even know why it's so important. Why does nobody ever tell me anything? I don't even know who this Yifwis guy is. My grandpa, my great-grandpa, my uncle? Wotil howls with laughter. Stupid tiefling. You don't even know why you're about to die? The demon that caused you to be born will also be the cause of your death. And how do you know that Woljif was coming here? I was informed that the tiefling I was searching for had set foot in the streets of Lucianera. Where else would he go but the mansion of his ancestor looking for treasure? The Shadow brought me here. Shadow should have known you were here, but because it always protects me from you, but why didn't it warn me? Couldn't you just take the Moon of the Abyss and leave me and Woljif alone? I'll take the Moon of the Abyss, yes, but I'm in no hurry. And you're going nowhere. Seaward on the edge of my spike, that's where you'll belong, just like your friend. And everyone else who decides to intercede on his behalf. I will make a goblet of your skull and bring it to my mistress. If it counts as leaving you alone, then you have peace aplenty. Fine.
Can we retreat already?
You're the one who decided this fate, so be it. I'll just leave Woljif up there while I take the brunt. And given my abilities, he's in for a rough time. I don't even need the AC boost from Rage, I don't think. Yeah, he's in for a rough world of hurt if his AC is only that. Alas. Yeah, we're gonna have an easy time here. Then again, it comes with min-maxing to hell with one character, though. We'll just leave Woljif to his devices. He'll try and attack, but yeah, we're just too strong. Is he gonna full attack? Nope. Even with the +4. Eesh. Okay, here comes Woljif. Revenge on Hepzibah and her henchmen. A gigantic demonic shadow separates from Woljif and menacingly hangs in the air. At times it seems to grow, as if the atmosphere of the abyss is feeding it, giving it additional strength. Woljif. The voice of the shadow is deep and low, and it seems to penetrate the mind, enveloping and replacing any other thoughts. My heir. Woljif freezes as if under some spell. Grandpa! I mean, your honor, I mean... I don't know what to call you. I've never had a grandpa like this before, and... No, and I always knew it was your shadow. You're, my grand guardian demon, huh? Well, why not? I always knew I was special, prince or something, and this is the chief. You should get to know each other. Chief, this is my grandpa. It's a pleasure to make the acquaintance of a demon who outwitted Hepsimira's henchmen. It is easy to deceive those who do not know what you know. My grandson Woljif discovered this knowledge without my help, and I'm proud of him. He deserves to become my heir, the one who will take my strength and avenge the fall of our branch of the family. A new Yifligis will rise again. That's great and all, Gramps, but I'm not quite following you. A revenge? A new Yifligis? I mean, I want your power, of course, but like you said, it's easy to deceive and all that, right, Chief? What do you want from Woljif, Yifligis? I want my grandson to accept my power and become a continuation of me. Tell me, Woljif, you want to ascend to the top of the world and rule it? If we combine my powers with your resourcefulness, the Abyss will submit to us, and all those who've wronged us will be punished. Are there many such wrongdoers, Woljif? Yes. Yes, I see, I know. And every wrong has another step leading you to this moment. You have endured everything. You are worthy of great power, my grandson. I'm worthy? Yeah, but I didn't even do anything. Listen, Grandpa, I understand you've been holed up in that crystal for a long time. You probably don't know me well. I just steal here and there, trade a little, and I've never done anything special, you know? Maybe I'm not worthy at all. Maybe you're just wrong. What if later you turn around and say, why'd I go and give you that power, you useless fool? No, I'm not mistaken. I foresaw your birth, I foresaw that you would come here. You were exactly what I need, and no one can replace you. How did you survive? Thanks to Aradin. Yifligis gives a low chuckle that rumbles like distant thunder. I do not know if you remember the times when prophecies were not just heaps of useless words, but I do remember. You see, I'm the son of Baphomet. I don't think you need an explanation of who he is. Baphomet conceived many children, but my sister Hepsimira wanted to be the only one. She mocked us for death and hunted us down quite successfully. I did not want to be among her victims. I hid an Lucianira, but I knew it wouldn't last long. In the end, I decided to learn my future. Forewarned and forearmed. I was able to acquire all the knowledge I needed about my future self, after many rituals. I saw a vision of how I would put a crystal like a dark moon into a silver setting. I spent a long time trying to understand this vision. Finally, bit by bit, a prophecy came to me. I realized that I would have to die in order to live again. The dark crystal must become my refuge, and receptacle of my powers. I must hide my soul in the crystal and wait for my heir to come to the Abyss and free me. This crystal is the moon of the Abyss, set within a silver mount. I sent it to Galarian for my grandson. Do you see, Woljif? I anticipated your birth like no one else. And why did Votil dislike you so much? Votil, he wanted to curry favor with his mistress and nothing more. He did not deny his intelligence. Samira was appeased when she saw my head, but she discovered the truth about the moon of the Abyss and almost killed Woljif. Samira, the stupid individual, just wanted to destroy all her brothers and sisters indiscriminately, but Votil, his mind was constantly seeking ways to please her, and this desire aided his efforts. But he died pursuing his dream of greatness, of course. Demons don't give something for nothing. Do you want in return? I have only one condition. It's a very small one. Euclid shrinks down to the same size as Woljif. My spirit will enter your body, Woljif. It will hide within you, just as it hid within a crystal. Invisible to you, and invisible to others. So, you want to take over my body? Really, Grandpa? I thought better of you. I'm your grandson, you know. You should be treating your grandkids that way. You take care of them, put up with their hijinks and stuff, not make puppets out of them. Life has taught you to be too cautious, Woljif. I do not want to take over your body. I want to help you. Who were you before you found the Moon of the Abyss? A thief from a small town, a coward and a traitor. A boy who was hated by his own mother, driven away from everywhere he went. And now look. WOTR is dead. Look at all the treasure that is rightfully yours. This is just the beginning. You'll become the Prince of the Abyss, Mike's grandson. Yahuga's voice grows louder, more insinuating. As for my living within your body, your success will be my success. I will only give you advice, as I did in the world. You'll be free to choose whether or not to listen. Or I say words that will not satisfy you. Let me show you what you gain if you agree. You say I've been driven away from everywhere, but the chief hasn't chased me off yet, so show him too. So we got into this together, Chief. Actually, it's fine. Forget about it. Do what you want. Might as well show me too. I don't want Woljif to have to face you alone. Yahuga shows no sign of impatience, but his darkness seems to become deeper, more compelling. What a loyal friend you have. Maybe the chief just wants to guide you every step of the way. He's just afraid that you will become too independent. Woljif looks at you as if trying to find the answer, but then turns away. I don't know, Gramps. Maybe you're right, but even if the chief mouths off, even if he doesn't do what I like, he's still the best thing that's ever happened to me. At least let him take a look. If you wish. Yahuga begins to glow, his darkness pulsating and surrounds you, until you are completely enveloped and nothing else can be seen. There's only silence, only darkness and a soothing voice. Close your eyes. I will show you what the world will be like when the dark moon of the abyss rises. As the darkness recedes, you realize you're standing on a deserted street in Canopus. However, to call it standing is an exaggeration. You are a disembodied spirit, and though your transparent body, through your transparent body, you can see the walls of neighboring houses. Next to you is a slovenly dressed old woman with a swollen face, her lips pursed unkindly. When she opens her mouth, you hear a velvet voice of Yahuga's. Observe. Back here, you little Reeves. Okay. A boy about 10 runs towards you. And he gets closer. You recognize him as Woljif. Looks scared and clutches a piece of bread to his chest. Grandpa, help me. You said I should take the bread from him. Hide me, Gran. The old woman does not budge. You, Woljif. Small, weak, useless, always blaming others, always holding them responsible for your failures. Exactly the same as you have always been. The boy is so afraid of the world that he hides behind someone else's back. That's your grandmother, then the thieflings, then the commander. The boy can't hold back his tears anymore. Gran, why don't you ever help me? You're all I have. They'll beat me, so hide me, please. You'll remain this way forever, because you're too cowardly and weak to cope on your own. Only I can free you from the sphere. Accept me. Accept my power and destroy your enemies. Come on. Don't hesitate. Once he gets a taste of this power, you'll never be able to sway him again. Woljif, you're not a lonely child anymore. You need the powers of a demon. The powers of your own. And you have my help. Woljif turns to you when he hears your voice, wiping away his tears and sniffing loudly. The illusion vanishes, and he becomes an adult again. Chief, you're here. Let's wipe the floor with them. Me and you fought against demons. What can a bunch of bandits do? Naturally. And, most of them perished. Kaboom. I guess it's more accurate to say I am the one who resolved it. When the darkness dissipates, you find yourself in a familiar... Oh. Hello. Dragon form. The one belonging to the thieflings. Kresmi and the others stand across from you, as menacingly as they did before. Next to Woljif is you. Better of it. I trusted you. You'll never change, Woljif. I wasn't wrong about you after all, Woljif. You are a traitor. I took you into the gang because I heard you were a master lockpicker. I was warned that you were a traitor, but I didn't listen. I took you on, and for what? You only endangered the family. I didn't betray you. I only took what belongs to me, right, Chief? It's your fault I've been treated badly. Maybe if you were nicer, I wouldn't have done it. Don't try any of your fast talk on them. It's useless. Deep down, you wanted your chief to appreciate you. For the thieflings to love you for who you are. So that they could really become your family. Since your blood relatives never were. Look at yourself. A coward, a thief, a loudmouth, a street rat, and even a demon spawn. Who even want to accept you? There's nothing in you that's worthy of any interest. Take my power, Woljif, and enchant them. They'll praise your name endlessly. You'll bask in their adoration. You can't make them love you. Try to tell them how much the Moon of the Abyss means to you. If they don't understand, remember that I understand. Woljif nods and takes a step toward Kresmi, and his tail twitches. If I could tell you I took the Moon of the Abyss and stay here with you, I would. But I know I can't. The laws of the family don't work that way. Sorry it ended this way, sister. I had fun with you lot. You're the best gang I ever had. You were. It doesn't matter if you love me. I knew it. You've always been a nasty street rat, and you always will be. Well, damn. What a mood. And then there's you. The darkness dissipates again, like in the last illusion. But this time you see not one Woljif in front of you, but two. The second looks at Hepsimira, who is before him. He looks like an exact copy of himself, but something in him has changed imperceptibly. His presence is cold, and there is greatness, like an aura of darkness that vibrates around him. Now look, Commander. See what my power bestows? Imprisoned in the crystal, I felt how he called to me. How my magic was changing. I could defeat Hepsimira, even Baphomet himself. With my power, you can easily crush your enemies. Any crusade will seem like a leisurely stroll. Now come, and guide my heir to the right path. Is this what I'll become if I accept your gift, Grandpa? You look pretty good. His voice still sounds uncertain. Woljif looks back and forth between you and his double. So, we need to decide right now. There won't be another chance. Alright, I have to ask the Chief one last time. What do you reckon, Chief? gonna say nothing here. What does that mean? Sometimes I don't understand you, Chief. Are you judging me or supporting me? Woljif shrugs his shoulders with deliberate indifference. Ah, don't say anything. I've already made my choice. Hey, Gramps, I've decided. Woljif tosses the Moon of the Abyss in his hand. This thing's beautiful and expensive, of course, and of course I'll miss it. But I don't need any suspicious crystals, you know. I'll get rich after this trip and buy myself some ordinary ones. Any hint of subtle persuasion instantly disappears from Euclid's voice. Coward. You give up power, and for what? For human sentimentality. For friendship. You, who've never before believed in all those sweet words, have allowed them to poison your mind. Hey, no, Gramps. I've been watching the Chief for a long time. After all the stuff he's done and said, he never once lied to me. Not ever. He was on my side when nobody else was, and you? You sat in a medallion and waited for your prophecy to be fulfilled, so you could put me on and wear me around like a little meat vest? Think on it good and hard, Grandpa. Of the two of you, who do you think I'd trust? Stupid little rat. I thought better of you. Apparently your horns have finally grown through your brain. I'll have to beat all that nonsense out of you. You will only serve me. I'm an invisible... Oh, there we go.
Tactical retreat. No.
Well, there he goes. Okay, these guys are vulnerable to Flatfoot, but, we can just hit them normally, to be fair. Alright, well. 5 foot back. Nice try. Okay, you've gone prone. I'm not even taking damage from whatever they're trying to do to me. Yeah, that's just electricity, and we got adaptation going on. Yeah, they stand no chance. Okay, back up. Let's just do a breath weapon here. There we go. Come on, come at me. Yeah, I'm gonna target the invisible one here. Oh, I see. So he's got fakes as well. That's nice. Okay, so this is the real one. He has a 53, well, 63 AC. Or 69, rather. So I should probably intimidate all the same. Okay. We will intimidate. We succeeded in all of them. They'll be shaken for quite a bit. He's been knocked prone. Alright, he's been stunned. Alright, Cloak of Dreams triggers. Now for you. I guess I'll activate Rage now. Get angry. Hey, even got a stun in. Nice. That's gonna guarantee the flat-footed nature. Okay. Guess I'll target this boy now. He's gonna stand up. And that's another attack against us, but he's gonna keep trying to attack us. Only for us to attack back. Alright, well there you go. I mean, hey, if he's stunned, then we don't have to worry too much. Because if he's stunned, then he's flat-footed, is he not? Yeah, he loses his dex bonus to AC. Takes another -2 to AC. And a -4 on a... Yeah. We do a lot to him. -27, damn. What a boot.
Well, that's that, I guess. And I was just getting used to having a grandpa. He's not the type who will teach you how to fish and fill a pipe, you know, but he's alright. Probably even decent for a demon. Not surprising that Gran remembered him well. But who gives a damn about Grandma? Chief, I mean... Thanks. I don't know why you've treated me so... I'm nothing, you know? Well, look at me and... and you... But it turned out that we're, well... friends? Actually, friends. And you've been there for me. Why are you looking at me? I'm not crying. My voice is like this because my throat's dry. It's dusty in here. That's why my throat's itchy, and my eyes are watering, and my nose is running.
Sure. What are you gonna do now?
Now? Are you the chief or what? You tell me. You know, I've got a good feeling about our campaign. So far, we've dealt with everything that's been thrown at us together. I'm starting to think the wrong gang was called the Family, you know? I'm with you to the end, Chief. And after the campaign, well, you'll have to live long enough to find out. Let's defeat all the demons and then we'll see.
And what will happen to the Moon of the Abyss?
Huh? That's that. But I'll keep the setting. It's nice work. Delicate, and another stone will look better in it. I'll keep it so I don't forget the choice I made, and why. I'll just get it out, look at it, and remember. Ooh, and then if I live long enough to open my own shop, just a thought, you know, I'll put it in a glass case where everyone can see it and drive themselves sick with jealousy.
Woljif uses a dagger to pry the crystal from its setting, tosses it into the air, and then with a blast of magic lightning, shatters it into a shower of tiny fragments. Let's get out of here.
Well, so long to the old family nest. It's a pity I can't bring this back to Galarian. Well, not all of it, but there is something we can do. Hey, Chief, let's clean this place out from top to bottom so not even a speck of gold is left behind.
Sounds like a plan.
Might be treasure.
But yeah, if you go with this route, you will well, be supporting Woljif, and you'll get access to this little bit of treasure here. Not only that, but you also get this speck of treasure as well. So there you go. Cursed be to the demons that destroy Is. Cursed be to Arilu Vorlesh, who opened the way for them. And a curse upon you, the demon reading my last words. Not a demon. That's another illusion, huh? Black reads, I am the Memorial Reapers. Touch me to reach my tail. I'm the last king of Reapers. We were the offspring of the gods. We are granted power over life and death. We maintain balance in the universe. At the zenith of our power, we rose higher than all the others. We gazed down upon creation. We were untouchable. The other races united in opposition to our purpose. They attacked us from all sides and slaughtered us till none was left. As the day rises and the night falls, we will move forward to meet our end. I, the memory of the last Reaper King, chained inside this memorial, bear witness to this truth. And in here, there's some decent treasure, I would assume. A scroll of slay living. That's a decent find. An insta-kill, put simply. Disable trap. Grab the loot. Okay, so I have to go in here then. Disable this. Take the lock. Got some more scrolls. Can't be bad. Arm this. Pick the lock. We get the Wandering Con Man. This gives us a +10 competence bonus to trickery and competence bonus to athletics, as well as a +2 attack rolls for attacks of opportunity. So if we rely heavily on the attacks of opportunity like we have been, well, there you go. We could use it that way, but we're not going to. But yeah, as you can see, if you have a high enough perception, you can basically go anywhere, so sort of why I'm doing all this. But by destroying the shard, we actually get a whole bunch of loot in exchange for all our efforts. And we're just gonna pick this place absolutely clean. But it doesn't look like there's much else beyond that. Huh. I do wish I had some teleport scrolls, but unfortunately I didn't have the foresight to bring a whole bunch. Ah well. There probably was something up there, but I don't think I can actually reach it. Kinda sucks, but, you know, what can you do, huh? If there were, like, a jump mechanic, that'd be nice. Just use athletics to jump certain areas. But, alas. So, I assume there is some loot here, but we can't really access it at the moment, so... yeah. A bummer. Actually, can you do anything? No, you can't. A shame. No matter. This is just the reality of it. With that now, though, we will quickly get rid of Woljif. Just remove him from the party. And if we ever need to call anybody, we can just go to remote and bring them in. And that's probably what I'm going to do from now on as well. But yeah, one thing at a time. What I will do, however, is I will make my way over to this side here. Because there is business to be had over here. In fact, there's a specific fight I want to try once again. Now that I've got myself buffed up like this. So as you probably are aware, we had very... Oh, hello. We'll just casually grab that, I guess. Yoink. Treasure galore, as you can probably wager. Yeah, you need a lot of teleport scrolls to get around here, unfortunately. Sadly, we do not have that luxury. However, I can pick from here. Or is, I thought I could. Yeah, no, I won't be able to reach that just yet. But, yes, there is an engagement here that will, cause a little bit of a ruckus. We've had issues with this, engagement before. But now, due to our current changes, we should be able to overcome this with relative ease. Price in ascending order. All we should need is the shield scroll to give us a bit of an extra AC boost. We should use blur. We'll use mirror image. We'll use delay poison. I guess all the elements wouldn't hurt. Just to give us a bit of an edge. Okay. We shouldn't need blink, but we will use displacement. Paste. All the elements. We should also probably use protection from arrows. That'll give us a bit of a boost there. What else? False life. Freedom movement is a staple, so we'll use that. Really gonna need more of those, but we'll worry about that later. Stone skin will give us a bit more. Just to be safe, I should probably use Greater Magic Fang to increase our attacks by +1. And I guess echolocation would be nice, but we've got the boot, so... Let's see what other boots we have. We've got a few. I suppose, worst case, if we don't want to use the tremor sense, we could go with the permanent freedom movement with the boots of free reign. I'm tempted to do that, but for now we shouldn't need to. We've got the scrolls to worry about. Price in descending order. Or ascending order, rather. What else? I mean, I guess that'll be enough. Yeah, that should be good. Alright. I am confident we'll be able to fight this now because of how much strength we have. And all I gotta do is just go into a rage. I think the worst of it is definitely going to be lightning, so we should definitely swap over to bronze. So yeah, we're going to go bronze. We need to mutagen dexterity up to even push it farther. Alright, there we go. There we go. Mutagen dexterity. Dragon form gold. Alright. Now we're at absurd boost. We got 78 AC. We don't really need any defensive buffs aside from fighting defensively, which is a -1 currently. Rage covers the majority of it, and if we ever get into a situation... Here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's ruin these guys' day. Hoorah. Alright. I guess the alchemist comes first. Everybody's gonna start throwing attacks, but our mischance and evasion are gonna be good. Ah! You are the problem. Oh, dispel magic, greater. Not a fan of the defiler, but whatever. We have an innate boost that we'll be fine with. Well, I guess that's that. Counter all these. Ow. Okay. Okay, we're getting a lot of stuff dispelled, which is not too surprising. Sucks that we're losing so much, but whatever. We'll live, it seems. We should deal with the arrogant aristocrat here that's causing a ruckus. Nice try. We're immune to fire, so we're basically impervious to that. Nice try. Yep, stunned. Ow. Thankfully, we're immune to burn, so your attacks are useless. And we'll just stay there. Flame Strike doesn't do anything to us. Hey! Well. We take a lot of damage if they do hit, but damn if we are, aren't nuking them. We are staggered for a little bit, which is fine. Well, there you go. Alright, I take out the Glabrezu. Then we deal with the arrogant attacker. And then it's just the defilers. And honestly, we'll be fine. Yeah, Yeah, so as you can see, really easy to deal with the enemy. Really easy. Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot close here. That way you deal damage to yourself. The fireballs are not doing jack to us. Yeah. I'll just charge you. There we go. Absolutely no chance. And yeah, now we just clear up shop. He's gonna try and attack, but we just repeat the attacks against him, so... There we go. That was easy. We get a whole bunch of stuff here. Against the arrogant aristocrat, we also get a diadem. Yeah, we basically get a whole bunch of stuff. For free. Now if I could warp freely, that'd be another boon on the list. But we don't have that luxury, unfortunately. We also got nerfed a little bit, but it can't be helped. Yeah, so aside from that, we just need to find a way to teleport places, and we should be good. I'm actually curious what Ivu's casting is, specifically. Oh, I see. Okay, so... Because they're a Havoc Dragon, they only got second level casting, which is weird. In fact, now I look at it, the feats aren't really that great. Ah, well. Ivu's still growing, so I assume that's a part of the reason why their statistics are, guff like that. No matter. Okay, let's go portal down. I guess we save here. Did quite well, all things considering. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, I convinced Monago to betray Baphomet. I completely forgot about that. I did do that. You are surrounded by the sound of melodious voice that seems to be coming from the stone pillars all around you. Greetings, esteemed guest. Are you here to seek the hospitality of the illustrious Lady Valexia? Or are you here on other business? The entrance to this manor greets you politely. It is far more gracious than the impotent foul-mouthed door of the 10,000 Delights. What are you? I am both the gate and the gatekeeper. My responsibilities include greeting guests, ascertaining the purpose of their visit, and deciding whether to allow them entry into the manor. And whose manor is this? The manor is called the Rapture of Rupture. It belongs to the incomparable Lady Valexia, the shining star of Lucianira, and its most gracious resident, after the magnificent Lady Nocticula, of course. Who created you? Lady Valexia enchanted me herself and personally entrusted me with my responsibilities. She possesses a wide range of impressive talents. I'm just a humble testament to her skill. I cannot compare to the true masterpieces she creates with her abilities. Can I come in? If you seek patronage of the illustrious Lady Valexia, I will not stand your way. If you're here by invitation, esteemed guests, or have brought a gift for the lady, you'll be allowed entrance to the Rapture of Rupture. So, anyone can just walk in. Lady Valexia has nothing to fear. Those who are foolish enough to try to harm her in her own house are quick to realize their mistake. I have to go for a sec. Give me a second while I do a quick Google search. I just need to check the quest's details because it's been a while. Here we go. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can't find ways to get a Dimension Door. Hmm. Let's see. Do I have any... No, I don't really have Dimension Door. I do have Create Pit spells, though. So right now, it's not ideal that I go find her until I actually get the Dimension Door spells. Which would be tedious to do, unfortunately. Let's just minimize that for now. I'll leave it alone for now, but I will need to hunt down Dimension Door spells. Or at least find a place that sells them in bulk. It would be nice if I could find them, though. The main reason being that if you don't have Dimension Door in bulk, you won't be able to get to certain areas in the zone. So it kind of just makes everything a lot harder on you. Okay. I mean, I guess I can go into here. I'm not sure what this does for me, but for now, let's just disarm this. Let's check this place. Okay, this leads to nothing for now. Out we go. Go portal down. Hold on. Hmm. I'm just checking something real quick. Uh, da, da, da. B, 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 B. Okay, it's not helping searching that way. Let's see. That way I can search under. Okay, here we go. The bees. That's under weapons, though. Okay. Okay, we're not looking for weapons, we're looking for trinkets. Shields. Okay. I still need to find a way to get a Dimension Door. That's what I was searching for, so I apologize for that. There's no real way to do it, aside from one I can recall a long while ago. So I'll just have to hope my memory serves me correctly, and I remember what exactly I need to do here. Alright. So you wish to do that to me, huh? That is truly unfortunate. Ow. Alright, fine. Go into a rage. And ruin their day. Okay, that's a bit of strength damage. That hurt. It's 2 ability damage. It could be worse, though. I just rolled poorly. Rip. Deal with the Cambion. There we go. And they're stunned. There you go. Deal with the Succubus. There we go. Deal with the Marilyn Conqueror. Foot over. They managed to hit. Well, there you go. Well, unfortunately for them, they failed miserably. Okay, that's a place. Ah, I remember this puzzle. This is fun. Okay, so... Okay. So this gets me 1, but unfortunately I won't be able to actually complete this puzzle until, of course, I get my animal companions back, which requires a little bit of a rest. So that is one of the bummers I have to deal with. But, yeah. This is something that requires an animal companion to... Well, you need allies to complete it, so I guess technically I could just use NPCs to handle it. But, doesn't help much. Alright. Okay, Death Snatchers and Vampires coming in. see, what are their two hits? They got 37. These guys have 44, dang. So technically 64. I'll just activate the defense. It seems like mage armor is off the table currently, so I should probably rebuff when I get a chance. Ow. Nice try. Nice try. I should load and get my AC back up. Goodness, this is a dangerous group of enemies. If only because they're getting lucky on the hits. Okay. Shield up. Or mage armor up, rather. We'll down some lesser restoration. There we go, that'll cleanse some of our ability damage. Okay. And this is going to give us a nice juicy 69 AC, so this will be fun. Alright, let's deal with the vampires now. Okay, we're going to want to focus on the Death Snatchers. There we go. Prioritize them because they're going to be attacking us quite a bit with negative energy rays and whatnot. Dominate. Failed. Good. Nice try. Hey. Okay, we've got that one and this one. This one's easier to hit. This one does have fast healing, though. Well, then again, both of them do, so... I'll focus on the Packmaster. Why not? There we go. That's the fencer dealt with. Sharpshooters are throwing out hits. There we go, that deals with the other one. There goes the Death Wielder and whatnot. Oh, we already lost our attacks of opportunity, damn. Wild. Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step closer, so I'm in range of the sharpshooters. I should probably deal with the sharpshooters first. There we go. That leaves the fencer open. Not a fan of the massive attacks at us, but whatever. Get a whole bunch of attacks there. There we go. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright. You're gonna attack. Fail to hit. Okay, good. Yeah, they're starting to whittle down on the attack, so that's good. That means we can start targeting you. Yeah, these vampires stood no chance. We just exterminate them, like, quite quickly. And that's GG for them. For our trouble, we get the Defiler, which is a +4 unholy heavy mace that increases the amount of damage channel negative energy does to living creatures or heals undead creatures by 2d6. So if you're some sort of lich, this is probably going to be your best friend for an item. If you enjoy channeling negative energy, that is. So definitely worth its weight in gold, to be sure. Disarm this with ease. Get a few ingredients here and there, nothing too crazy. I think there's only one place I can think of that is going to get us what we are looking for. It's going to be tedious to get there, but I'm fairly certain we have the means to get there right now. Yeah, we have to go across this, I think. So I'm going to save here. And, oh, it's unremarkable. If you insert the right key, the passage onward will likely appear. We don't have the key just yet, but there is a merchant that we can access if we go through this. So that is going to have to be our next goal when we get the chance. There is apparently a Palace of Incest and Degeneracy. Yeah, Degeneracy. Don't need to worry about that just yet. We can go portal up here. We'll save, because we're doing quite well on our lonesome thus far. A lore religion DC 40, huh? Okay, so let's see. We've got a current... our current lore religion is 21, so... We haven't got a high DC for it, but, as of right now, the lore religion check... let's see. What can we do to increase that? So let's see. Lore religion is a wisdom boost. We've already got as much wisdom as we're gonna get from enchantment and racial. Unfortunately, we can't increase it anymore because we need to rest before we can do that, so that is off the table. Before I do anything, I should polymorph. Then we equip the... Celestial Protection, which will technically give us protection against demons. We'll save here. It's not perfect, but we can still do the check all the same.
It won't work.
Okay, I just need to roll to accept, essentially. Well, until acceptance triggers, and then I can get some experience from it, so... Small things.
This is Stein.
Alright. The symbols inscribed to wall belong to the language of the Titans. Okay, and the Dimidans. Okay, we are gonna want a new cloak. We're gonna want a cloak. I don't think I need the Cloak of Cinders anymore. It's only a +5. I'm better off wielding the Toxic Wrap again. If only because we get immunity to acid and a side effect. Wait, hold on. The thick pelt cloak actually gives us +2 to resistances, so that may be better. Yeah, this just gives immunity to acid, so we're gonna swap to a silver dragon this time. We're gonna turn this off, but if we ever need it, we can swap into... Yeah, so we got fire immunity, we got cold immunity once we polymorph, and then if we ever need lightning or acid, we can just swap between the two dragon types. There we go. We'll save here. And off we go with, our stuff. Can't really do anything with this just yet, but when we do get enough points, we will utilize it. When we do start getting the ability to teleport, we can start doing more stuff. But for now, we should be fine. Alright, and then there's this. Let's see. We're doing quite well on questing. Let's see. I guess we go to this one. See what this is all about. Okay, nothing in here just yet. We can leave this area a little bit for now. Alright. I think, for now, we are going to wrap it up here. We've done quite a bit for ourselves. So, yeah, we've made significant progress. We finished the Midnight Isles DLC, obviously. We've managed to... Well, we're doing really well as a dragon. We've nearly managed to reach to level 27 here. But it's really just a question of what we do next. I think what we need to do next is we are going to... I guess secure an audience at the Harem of Ardent Dreams would be a start. Let's see. I guess this is also an option, experiencing the bliss. And then, of course, there's Vaxelia's Mansion, but again, I need to reach a certain point in the game before I can actually receive certain items. Because you need to teleport, essentially. But yeah, I've got a lot to do, so that's going to be fun. I'm going to wrap it up here, though. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream all the same. We've done quite a bit. We are getting stronger, obviously. I believe in Marshall. Yeah, no, we're immune to cold, fire. We can become immune to acid and electricity if we so desire. But yeah, no, having immunities to certain elements can be really beneficial. And even if we do suffer a slight penalty to our, fortitude, reflex, and will, we will get benefits along the way. But I digress. We're doing quite well. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.